Hi everyone, it's André again from Rudirudel, the channel centered around building our house and basically everything else. Today it's going to be part 2 of the big workshop cabinet build, and I thought I'll do something different this time. I have the video that I'm going to show you here on the tablet, and I thought we're just going to watch it together and I'll give you some commentary. Leave me a comment down below if you like this type of video or if I should do it different next time. And yeah, let's go. Okay, I started out by building the top and the base of the cabinet and the shelf that's going to be in between. And I did this by taking a sheet of OSB and then adding some stretchers below it. Here you can see me mark the holes that I drilled. It was pretty late in the evening, so please excuse the cursing, but yeah, I still got it done. Later on I even did not pre-drill the holes at all, because for these type of screws you really don't need it, especially for a workshop cabinet. This is definitely a little more effort than just taking a sheet of OSB as a shelf, but since the workshop cabinet will hold quite some weight in like screws and glue, whatever, I thought I'll better build it sturdy. Here now can see me taking the measures for the stretchers that go in between. And then I continued on to yeah, just build the body of the cabinet. I still don't have any corner clamps, so I simply laid down the side on the workbench and screwed the top in it from below. And by the way, all the mess that you see in the background, that's all the stuff that goes into the cabinet later on, and it even doesn't fill the cabinet, not even half. So I'm pretty happy with the size that cabinet has. Okay, so this side is done. Time to screw together the other side and then get on the bottom of the cabinet. And later on I'm going to put this whole cabinet on wheels, so that I can move it around in the workshop easily. I think I've mentioned this before. This is measuring the diagonals to see if I have a perfect square. This time it was way better than last time, but it still needed some readjustment. So Andrea was so kind to help me out and just pushed against the cabinet a little bit while I screwed on the back side, and that made it stand upright, like really precise. These are the wheels that I chose for the cabinet. These are like the cheapest ones that I could actually find on Amazon. The Amazon description says 4 of them will hold 400 kilograms, so I choose 6 just to be sure. And yeah, I put them on these little wooden blocks so that they would stick out from below the cabinet, even though the stretchers are on the other side. And here you can see us laying down the cabinet. Yep, some cursing included, but we got it done. And getting the cabinet back onto its feet was even worse actually, because it always tended to move away because of the wheels. But finally we got it done, and now it's really easily movable inside the shop. Short victory dance, and then I continued on with the drawers. This is going to be one of the vertical drawers for screws. And I simply glued and nailed this together because the nails are so small that they are easily hideable once I paint the drawers later on. And if you use screws, you'll always have these big screw heads that you have to hide. But using these short nails, you literally nearly cannot see them. So that's a lot easier in this case. And the whole cabinet, the whole drawer was just put together with some glue and brad nails. This is my homemade bar clamp. I made it out of a piece of stainless steel, and then I drilled holes in that and used a cheap kit from eBay to make it clamp. If you ever try to do something like that yourself, use an aluminium profile because that's a lot easier to drill through. I only have a small drill press and that really was no fun. I got it done, but for the next ones I'll definitely choose aluminium too. The cabinet will later hold these small boxes here, which will then be filled with screws and the like. These are also pretty cheap from the internet, and they fit in perfectly. I just measured them and then constructed the drawer according to that. 60 of these boxes fit into these two drawers, so I think that'll be enough screws for quite some time. These are the parts for the two left drawers that I will fill with spray cans and maybe little glue bottles. These worked out not that well, basically because they are not very stable in themselves. I chose to put the drawer slides on the top and the bottom, and that didn't really work out that well. They are sturdy enough to hold spray cans, but I wouldn't put anything else in there. So yeah, learn something for the next time, and as long as it works, I'll just keep it that way. Here you can see that you could still change the shape of the drawer, even though it was nailed and glued together. That was not really good, so I chose some 4x60mm screws to get the drawer more rigid. That worked out pretty well, but it also shows one of the disadvantages of these workbenches that I built. I didn't include any holes to put in clamps, so I had a hard time holding the drawer on the workbench itself. And I'll definitely try something out for that in the future. I saw some other YouTubers just screwing down little wooden blocks or little clamps to the surface of the workbench. I'm not sure if I want to do that because that would obviously leave holes, yeah, I think I'll have to figure out something here. These are the bottom drawers that I want to install in the cabinet. Andrea and I built these together. It was pretty late in the evening again, so we both look a little tired, but it was a great fun, and I hope we'll do more work together during the next weeks. We'll definitely do the garden project video in 2 weeks or so, and we did that together. Andrea did a lot of work on that, and yeah, I hope you like it because we had a hell lot of fun working together. Okay, here I installed the lower drawer, and as always I'll just put some spacer between the cabinet and the drawer itself, and then just screw in the drawer slide, and that works out every time, and it works pretty well. Okay, for the vertical drawers, these are gonna look like shown here. But first, before installing these drawers, I had to put in some dividers, and these were a pretty slim fit. I even had to use some slight force to get them in there, but finally it worked out and I could install the drawers. For the screw drawers, that was not a big problem to install the drawer slides, because I could use spacers again and mount these on the side, and then with just a little fiddling around, these were like fine. But the spray can drawers really gave me a hard time. First of all, it's pretty difficult to measure that out precisely when you're deep inside the cabinet. So for the next time, I'm definitely gonna remember to first install these and then put the dividers in. Well, okay, lesson learned. And what these sliders really do not like is if your drawer is just 1 millimeter too short. As you can see here, that really gave me a hard time, and I had to get it out several times, get it in again. In the end, I put in some washers between the drawer and one of the drawer slide, and these worked out pretty well to finally get this in. But as you can see here, the drawer still tends to move a little when you pull it out. It tends to sag a little on the front. So yeah, that's not the best solution, but as long as it works, and I'm just gonna keep it that way. Okay, this was part 2 of the workshop cabinet build. I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up if you do so, and if you don't, also give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below how you like this video, how you like the editing, and what you would do different, or what you suggest I do different next time. And if you ask yourself what this channel is all about, well, we are doing videos all around our house. We built a house in 2016 and we still got a ton of work to do. We are doing videos about that. And yeah, if you are a young family too, maybe asking yourself if you can do any work yourself on the house, you are in the right place. Welcome and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, see you.